Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game I'm playing the Tier 8 Royal Navy destroyer Cossack. This is one of my favorite destroyers, and you can see that I'm in a Tier 10 match. There's no CV to worry about, which is that's a nice thing. In terms of threats, well, there's a fair amount of radar. Got Des Moines, Nevsky, Tallinn, Hydro from the Z-23, and less threatening lightning hydro. It makes it hard to hit the lightning with torpedoes, but much less chance of him pushing a smoke and blapping me. It's I believe the same hydro that the Cossack has got, and you can see the Royal Navy has a lot of smokes, a fair amount of hydros, and those hydros last a long time. In general, the Royal Navy hydros are going to last a few minutes. I'm just pointing out to the team there, there's a lot of radar to consider. We've also got a battleship that's got radar, so you've got to be careful of that. As I generally do, I'm going to move up here and see what I can do at the cap nearest to where I spawn. Because of all of the radar, I don't want to just rush right into the cap. That way lies destruction. If you get a cruiser that gets behind one of these islands and he hits his radar button, well, that can go very badly. And if the Magi is 16 kilometers away, there's probably a cruiser that is getting close to 12 kilometers. You can see the range on these torpedoes. Well, not great. I mean, it's not horrible. I think a little bit better than the same tier Lightning, but you only get 4 of them. You can single fire them, of course, being Royal Navy. You can see where Worcester's pushed up there to just to the north of the Bravo cap, and the reason I'm heading this way is that I see the gearing on our team is pushing toward Bravo. And I figure I might be able to help Kagero here. Missouri is heading toward Bravo, so that's the threat. I just pinged it, and I have to hope that our Thunderer will get out there and smack that ship around a little bit. So there's the Lightning. Now Lightning has good guns, but the Cossack has amazing guns. For its tier, I think, at least in terms of how much fun it is to play, this is I love this ship. You got 4 turrets, 8 barrels, and a pretty quick reload. Now Lightning's no slouch, but I'm going to move behind this island, so it's not going to be easy for him to. You see 3 fires there. It's not going to be easy for him to torpedo me. But if he did throw torpedoes here, I don't want to eat any. Now I can see now that he didn't, because Kagero's there. He would eat them if he did. Now, why the Kagero pushed out there is beyond me. Just made himself a target. So I'll just hope he can survive. Lightning goes down to Smolensk. And Kagero and I will try and secure this cap. Now there's a Hayate there, so I'm going to get behind this island, because if he already threw the torps, they're probably coming right this way. So I will just kind of nose in behind the edge of the island here. You may be asking why I haven't used her hydro. Well, I don't really feel the need to do that yet. I'm in a position here where if Hayate did throw torpedoes this way, I'm pretty safe. It's possible they might have caught me when I had my nose sticking out a little bit, but I wasn't too worried about that. The fact that I haven't seen them yet means I probably won't. And if I were playing the Hayate, I would probably be trying to get torpedoes on the Smolensk and Thunderer. Okay, so there is a radar. That's the Tallinn. I'll just back up here, get behind the island in case anything's out there. I don't want to get blapped. And his radar's over. I'm Amagi is still reversing. You can tell that by the little red dot over the top of his ship. You can see torpedoes behind me. Didn't turn to look, so I'm not sure if those are Hayate torpedoes headed for our guys or whether those are Kagero torps. And I'm going to try and get a fire on the Amagi. It's right at the edge of my max range. It looks like he's going to try and accelerate forward here. Our gearing pushed at him. So I imagine I'm going to see torpedoes from the gearing here any second. And great job gearing. He did secure the Bravo cap. Come on, give me a fire. Gearing goes down to the enemy Des Moines. So we've lost a gearing. The enemy team has lost a gearing and a lightning.
Engine boost
And I haven't done a whole heck of a lot of anything really. I did manage to start some fires, landed 25 shells, helped secure a cap. But I haven't really done any significant damage. And it's time to get out of this cap. Now, it's a little risky crossing here knowing there's a Hayate out there, but I have to imagine that he's putting his torps where he thinks he can do damage. If he throws them across this area here, maybe he hits something, maybe he doesn't. If he's hunting the Thunderer, I think he's probably looking at that as his best chance to sink something or do damage. I don't have to worry about the Talon's radar, he's too far away, and I'm counting on our Thunderer to finish him off. Now there's the Hayate. So I have no real threat here other than torpedoes from exactly where my indicator is pointing right now. So I'm going to move this way, get behind the island, throw torpedoes out ahead of what I consider the most likely path of the Amagi, and maybe I catch him with one. So why am I headed this direction now? Well, I can see where the Hayate is heading. Our gearing's going to need some help. If Missouri radars, our gearing's going to be detected. Hayate's got pretty decent guns. They're not great, but they're pretty decent. And the Japanese destroyer guns hit pretty hard. You know, a lot of people that play the Japanese destroyers rarely, if ever, use the guns. But they hit very hard. And they're reasonably accurate. They've got, our Thunderer does finish off the Talon. They've got great arcs. I managed to land a torpedo on the Amagi, but no flood. See if I can help out a little here. It's probably not going to worry about me too much. Maybe focused on this Odin that's here with me, I think. And down he goes. But I've given my position away, so I kind of have to be careful here. Don't want to eat any torpedoes. So I'm debating now about whether I should just go ahead and use my hydro. And opt to do that. So if I push forward too much farther, Missouri's going to be able to hit me with a radar. But I'm pretty sure I can outgun a Hayate. Now the Hayate can gain some advantage if he continues to run away. Oh, he's crossing right through the center. My guns are coming around. And our gearing's going to keep him visible. And I will just keep trying to get shells on him. He's slowing down here. And as I mentioned, those guns are pretty decent. Make sure I don't need torpedoes. Get out of here. And we've got a cyclone, which is going to continue to limit the visibility on the ship. You can see that my points counter is still going up. The Hayate is still burning. It's about that time my hydro picks up these torpedoes and I know, okay, that is a Z-23. Now if the Z-23 player has his, there's the Hayate, I hope somebody can smack him. Smolensk should be able to get him. Z-23's hydro has much longer range than mine, but I've still got almost 14,000 hit points, and if Smolensk does get the Hayate, if I angle up, I think I can move into position to detect him and help get him blapped. And there he is. Now he's just sitting there broadside. I know he's throwing his torpedoes, so he doesn't have those. See, I switched to AP there. Z-23 is a big fat destroyer. So goes alarm a little bit, and down he goes.
Team has taken the lead.
So the bad guys now are down to 6 ships. We've still got 9. This game's looking pretty good for us. Thought about torping in that direction, but I didn't want to catch our Kagero, and it looks like he's got his speed boost active. Now he's pushing right into that Tirpitz. He smokes up, but the secondaries on the turret get him. And that's the Missouri's radar. That's why I'm detected and why I'm turning out. I'm just trying to limit my profile. He does manage to knock out a system.
Problem solved, sir.
That radar is not going to last forever. Maybe I can land a torpedo here. I'm using the minimap, trying to hit the Tirpitz.
Victory is in sight.
And if you're not familiar with that, you can see on the minimap, little X is telling me where my shells will land. And I'm trying to figure out where the Tirpitz is going to be. The other ship we saw, there was a hit there. So I'm going to catch him with a torpedo here. There's 2 torpedo hits. And down he goes. Odin finishes him off. Bad guys are down to 5 ships. We've still got 8. Now our Talon, he's still alive, but he's got like, 20 hit points. So he is, at least to my thinking, doing the smart thing. He's just putting himself where there's no way anybody can shoot him. Our Smolensk finishes off the Vladivostok. Bad guys are down to 4 ships. We still have a whole bunch.
Engine boost deactivated.
But we lose our Massachusetts, and that pushes the score a little bit more their way. This is still a bit of a rout. Now, why did I post this video? Well, I wanted to play Cossack. I posted a video for someone else playing the Cossack the other day. Man, I haven't played that in a long time. I got to get that thing out of port and go out and play it. But I also wanted to highlight, what this ship can do. It's got great guns, fantastic detection range. You can see it on the minimap there. It'll tell you it's 5.5 kilometers if you spec for it. That's really good. In a Tier 10 match, you're going to get more XP, win or lose. In this case, it's a win, so it's really good XP. And although the torpedoes, you only get 4 of them, we lose our Worcester, and that keeps the bad guys alive. But the Worcester also managed to finish up the Des Moines. The torpedoes reload really quickly, so if you're worried about whether or not you're going to be able to use the torpedoes, I find that you can. Now I know that the Kurfürst is pushing in here. I know he's got hydro, so I'm angling to be able to move away from him. And this is going to be over here very shortly. So I'm going to say I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a very fun game to play. It's the first time I've played Cossack in a while, and I love the ship. If you get the chance to pick it up and you like destroyers, I'm pretty sure you'd love it. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks again for spending a little time with me. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.